Hey, how's it going everyone? Kai here, and I just wanted to quickly talk about Lyney and Lynette.
But even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine.
The two upcoming characters in Genshin Impact expected to come with the Fontaine update. I recently saw the video made by Red Flame talking about them and I wanted to share my thoughts as well. Okay, first of all, Fontaine and these two, Lyney and Lynette. These are the content I'm most hyped for. Because you see, I have a thing for pairs. Ever since I discovered that I was a Gemini, I started obsessing over anything that comes in pairs. Like Saya and Rakan, Kain and Rast from League of Legends, Mine and Plusle from Pokemon, and SpongeBob and his abrasive side from SpongeBob. And in Honkai Impact, my favorite characters are Sela and the Olenieva twins. Oh, and speaking of Honkai Impact, I think Mihoyo might bring over some gameplay mechanics from Honkai to Genshin for Lyney and Lynette. Because in Honkai Impact, there's this gameplay mechanic called the QTE skill, or Quick Time Event skill. It's basically a prompt where the game would notify you to switch to another character because they can do a follow-up for the character that you're currently using on the field. Note that all characters can perform their own QTE. It's not just limited to a few characters. Everyone can do it. Some are activated differently than others though. Like, for example, some characters' QTE might only activate once you knock up an enemy or once you successfully dodge an attack just before you get hit. Currently, Honkai Impact only has two types of QTE skill. A QTE skill that makes you switch your characters and perform the follow-up attack, and a QTE skill that summons your other characters on the field while letting you keep using your character that's currently on the field. And then there's Rosalia and Lily, or more commonly known as the Olenieva twins. They are advertised by the game as a package deal, an inseparable duo, partners in crime and all that. Yet, they are two different characters. But hey, them being separate characters doesn't mean that it's a scam to just get one of them. In fact, on their initial release, the game teaches you how to use them independently, Lilia being a more supportive utility character, while Rosalia is a high-octane DPS character. You're probably thinking right now, oh, I get it. So they're a pair because Rosalia is a DPS, while Lilia can support her sister. And when they're apart, Rosalia can be a DPS on another team, while Lilia can be a support to someone else. So it isn't really a scam to just get one of them. Well, you're kinda right, but not really. Because you see, earlier I talked about the QTE skills. Rosalia and Lilia can also use the QTE skills, but additionally to their QTE skills, when they're together in a party, their normal attack sequence are them attacking together, and the damage scales with both of their attack. Also, Rosalia's ultimate also changes completely when they're together, and it's really adorable. Okay, now back to Lyney and Lynette. Based on their names and their character designs, I think it's pretty safe to assume that they are also twins. I mean, just look at their bodies. Just look at what they look like. Not to mention they also have the same eye color and hair color. I think since Genshin Impact does not have a QTE mechanic, I think what they would do with Lyney and Lynette is what they did with Rosalia and Lilia when they're together. Like, their attack sequence would be them fighting together on the field. Like, the first attack will be Lynette striking, the second would be Lyney, the third and fourth could be them attacking together. I think that would be a cute sight to see in the field. I don't think Lyney and Lynette would be given to us as separate characters though. I think that Red Flame was right about them being a single character, and that what was shown to us in the trailer was their actual splash art. Because Rosalia and Lilia's splash art have them independently standing alone. The only thing that actually shows or implies that they are a pair is, well, first of all, their name. They have the same last name. And because they're facing the opposite direction of each other, and their color palette. While Lyney and Lynette don't seem like they could stand alone when they're separated in their splash art. Because if you actually look closely, you can see that they are holding each other's hands. Like, as if saying, hey, we're linked. You can't separate us. Also in the Genshin fandom wiki, they separated their splash art and it just looks wrong. Their hands just feel empty. Like they're holding on to something but it isn't there. Earlier, I was also able to mention Seal, one of my favorite characters in Honkai Impact. Probably my most favorite character in Honkai Impact. Why? Well, because Seal is just a cute little cinnamon bun that must be protected at all costs. And also she has a dark devious side, and I don't mean that, oh, she's a nice girl, but actually, she's a little bit rebellious. No, I mean that she talks to a demon inside her head that can take over her body and protect her. One of her battle suits have them sharing the splash art, and it's really fucking adorable. Oh yeah, and when I was talking about my obsession with bears, alter egos are also a part of it. Just like SpongeBob and his abrasive side. That's basically what Sil is. I brought her up because her battle suits Stiggy and Nim and Lyney and Lynette both have two characters on their splash art. But unlike the Lola Nieva twins, Seal and the other Seal... Wait. Hold up. The red seal in the game wants to be called Seal. So technically it's Seal and Seal. But apparently her real name is Velonia. Or rather that she's a reincarnation of Velonia in Seal's mind. But she doesn't know that. So I know you want to be called Seal and all, but I'm gonna call you Velonia just for clarity's sake. Where was I? Right. But unlike the Olenieva twins, Seal and Velonia don't actually fight together, but rather one takes over the body to fight. Or, you know, you could say it's switching characters. Red Flame also mentioned this mechanic in their video, where you could switch characters with the use of a skill. This may also be a possibility, but I personally don't like the idea of one of the twins leaving the battlefield. I know it may be a long shot, but I just love the idea of seeing Lyney and Lynette walking around together as one. While I'm at it, I should probably take down one suggestion that Red Flame made, which was about Lyney controlling Lynette. I don't think it's a good look for MiHoYo to show that a female character is being controlled. And the way he described it, or rather compared it to being like a puppet, just leaves a bad taste. Especially if Twitter people freak out over the simplest thing, like Charles and Eula's background, without even knowing the actual context of the game. I think MiHoYo would be walking on thin wire if they do that. No hate for Red Flame though. I just think it's really bad for MiHoYo to do that. Again, no hate for Red Flame. I think they make really cool Genshin content, so check them out if you want. With all that said, I really am excited for Fontaine and these characters, and the future characters that MiHoYo might add with special features. But for Lyney and Lynette's case, just thinking about the idea of being able to roam the land of the Vat with someone else, even though I'm in single player, just fills me with more hype to keep on playing this game. Well, whatever MiHoYo decides for them, I just hope that it's at least kinda unique. Like Beidu's mechanic or Hutao's mechanic. I'm really just tired of just hacking and slashing all day. Anyways, that's all from me. Kai, bouncing out.